Okay, hi everybody, welcome back to the lesson. This is going to be a short lesson. Okay, it's on index notation and it's about repeating numbers that multiply. Okay, it's very simple. So index notation, actually there's many names to it. Okay, we have index notation, exponent, and power. They are all the same. Okay, let's take a look. So the exponent is actually the multiple, it multiplies itself. Okay, so example 10 to the power of 1. Okay, over here 10 to the power of 1 is actually 10. Okay, 10 to the power of 2 is actually 10 times 10, which is 100. Okay, now we look at, so it can go on forever. Okay, if you look at this, see 10 to the power of 1 is 10. 10 to the power of 2 is 10 times 10. So it's just how many times itself. If it's 3, you have 3. If it's 4, I think you all get it, it's 4. Okay, let's try this one. Okay, so how do we do this? Very simple, right? 4 to the power 1 is correct. Only 1 4. 4 to the power of 2 is 2 4. 4 times 4. How about this? 4 to the power of 3. 4 times 4 times 4. So next time when we write something like this, we can actually shorten it to become like this. Okay, for this I'm not going to write it out because I don't have enough space, but I think you get the meaning. So it's 4 times 4 times 4, but it's 20 of these 4s. Okay, it's that simple. Okay, now let's try a question. Okay, so if we were to do 24, okay, first we have to find the prime factors of 24. Okay, so do you remember the first step of finding the prime factors? You list out the first 6 digits, first 6 prime numbers. Okay, first 6 prime numbers, what are they? 2, 3, 5, and 7, 11, correct? And then 13. Okay? Right, so what's the next step? Next step, we're going to divide it one by one. Okay, 24. First, we will try to divide by 2, correct? 2, so can divide or not? Can. So 24 divided by 2 is what? 12. So 2, you get 12. Right? Okay, so after that, what do? We try the 2 again, don't skip. Okay, so 12 divided by 2 is 6. So can write 6. Very good. So how? Divide by 3? No, divide by 2 first. So divide by 2 again. What do you get? What do we get? 3. Very good. So now at this point, you'll try divide by 2 first again. Cannot. Then we try divide by 3, which is left 1. Okay, so is this the end of the step? No, we got one more step. What is the last step? Check. How do we check? 2 times 2 times 2 times 3. Do we get 24? Okay, if you have a calculator, please go and try it. If you get 24, correct. If it's not 24, something is wrong, something is missing. Or if the number is too big, you got extra numbers here. Okay, so that's the way to check it. Okay. Alright, so once we write like this, you realize that these 2's are repeating. Can we combine these 2's and write it in index notation? We can, right? So what will it look like index notation? See, 2 to the power of 3, because there's 3 of it. So if you write like this, it's shorter. Okay, but of course it's not really complete, because this one, you can write it in index notation also. So how do you write that in index notation? Okay, 3 to the power of 1. Okay, so if in the exam they ask you to write, please write the prime factors in index notation. Okay, write 2 to the power of 3 times 3 to the power of 1. Okay, some of your teachers, they might penalize you if you don't write this 1, even though it's correct. Don't need to write, but we know it's 3 to the power of 1. Okay, so let's try a question. Let's try an exam question and see how it goes. Okay, so this is normally how they'll ask you. What are the prime factors of 300? Leave your answer in index notation. Okay, so you must do your first 3 steps. Okay, very simple. So I'm going to write the 300 equals to, then I leave it blank. So I'm going to write down the 6 prime numbers. So 2, 3, 5, 7, 11 and 13. So first we divide by 2, correct? First divide by 2. What do we get? 150. Okay, you all can use calculator. Please use your calculator. 150. Can you divide by 2 again? Yes. So what do we get if we divide by 2? We get 75. Okay. So now this one we'll try divide by 2. Can or not? Cannot. So what's next? I know you all will try to jump to 5 because you see 75. Do not do that. Try divide by 3. Can I divide by 3? Can. Divide by 3. So what do you get? Divide by 3, you get 25. Good. So 25, can I divide by 3 or not? Cannot. So what's the next one? Divide by 5. So what do we get? Divide by 5. We get 5. Okay, then we'll try divide by 5 again. We get 5. And this one should be almost your answer. Almost. Okay, because they want in index notation. So this one haven't answered yet. So these are your prime factors. Okay, so in the exam, if you really leave your answer this way, you might only get half of the full mark. Okay, so next. Can we combine a few things or not? Can, okay, but before you combine, make sure to check this. 2 times 2 times 3 times 5 times 5. Do we get 300? You got it? Correct. So after you get checked correct, you know that these numbers are correct. Then you do this index notation. Okay? So these 2 will become 2 to the power of what? 2. Very good. This one, 3 to the power of what? 1. Okay. And this one is 5 to the power of 2. 2. Okay? So this is your answer. Okay? Simple. So basically what you have learned is index notation and exponent. Okay? I'm sure you all have learned this BIMers, or some of the students call it BEDMers. It's actually the same thing. You all will do bracket first. Open up the brackets, do whatever is inside your brackets, and then you do your index notation. Or we will call it exponents. Then division, multiplication, addition and subtraction. So this I or the E is your power.